Okay, guys, so Green Shoko's out, and I've had the ability to test her. I've tested her in all the floors I've wanted to, and I could pretty safely say she is like top three, maybe top five, but like definitely top five in the game. This girl is cracked. I mean, really, really good. And we'll talk about why. Now, I would say that people were comparing her to Yellow Shoko. I would say that she's better just because of how she works. We're gonna go over her full kit and then we'll hop in. I'll get rid of my face cam when we go into it. So she made my floor 67 clear super easy. She made a floor 63 clear very easy, and she makes sweep slightly easier, but it's not like sweep wasn't that hard anyway. This girl is really good, and it's because of how her buffs work in comparison to Red Yaga. Now you can't really compare to Yellow Shoko anyways, because Yellow Shoko only buffs yellow, Green Shoko only buffs green, right? So let's pull up the kit and get into what exactly she does. So we have it right here. So let's just kind of break it down. Now, her main thing, well, it's honestly every skill is good. So in terms of Crystal Energy, what I think is very important is she's going to be way better off than Yellow Shoko and Red Yaga. Red Yaga takes 80, Shoko takes 60. Green Shoko, in some instances, to keep her buffs up, will only take fucking 40. So that's why it's good. Now, number one, she gets an extra 5 Cursed Energy every time she uses her skill 1, which is going to just let her be much more Cursed Energy kind of self-sufficient, which is great. Her skill 2 is going to give 65 Taijutsu and Jujutsu for 3 turns and applying Stealth. So this is going to be really good because she has very low stats, right? 19k HP. I think my Shoko, Yellow Shoko is higher. Is she? Where's Yellow Shoko? So Yellow Shoko is at 17k, but not even maxed out, right? 17.5. And then Green Shoko is at 19 maxed out. So that's the problem. Both the Shokos have very low HP, right? But she has stealth, which means she cannot get targeted, basically. Like, unless it's an AoE, she's not going to get targeted when she uses her skill 2, which is going to make her survive much longer. Now, her skill 3 is insane. This is a way better heal than Yellow Shoko. So it's going to be a 40% heal, which in some cases, when I heal Green Ghetto, it's a 14,000 heal. But then it's also a 5% heal for 3 turns, which is going to be maybe another, like, I don't know, 4 to 5k total. Then it reduces the effect of debuffs, which isn't really that good, but it's okay. And it reduces the turn duration of poison, of 2 poison dots by 1 turn. Okay, cool. Now then, when she gets good is this. So the ult in total is going to be a 45% heal. And why this is going to be good is because in total, why I'm stressing this Yellow Shoko point is just to kind of compare and contrast. Also because a lot of people were saying this. But essentially, Yellow Shoko gives 3 30% heals. This 2 of these ults is going to beat out Yellow Shoko's 3 heals that she could do max. And then she has the skill 3 still. So this is going to be in total of 45% heal over 3 turns. Right? Reduce the effectiveness of 2 eligible debuffs by 70%. Reduce poison, cool. But then she also gives 65% Taijutsu and Jujutsu for 3 turns once again. So it's a 3-turn buff, which is going to immediately put her above Red Yaga. But then why she's better than Shoko is because Yellow Shoko is giving damage increase on the ult, which is way worse on average than giving stat buffs. And because this is 65, it's just going to mesh to where you could do skill 2 ult, or ult skill 2. And this is saving you 20 cursed energy. Technically, you're getting 10. So you're increasing your cursed energy by using this ult by 30, because instead of using the buff, you're using this, and then this turn, since you're not using any cursed energy, you're getting an extra 10, which is why it's goated. And then when you combo this alongside this extra 5 cursed energy, it's insane. Now, this is what puts Teen Shoko, just, I would say, as the second best support in the game, is that if she's below 60% HP, and she has HP recovery special, she could 1 time per turn increase own HP by 20%, get stealth for 2 turns, 15% damage reduction, and decrease HP recovery special by 1. She gets this twice. So in total, she technically has an extra 40% HP than what she has. And remember, she could use the skill 3 on herself, which is going to give her basically a 55% heal, right? Insane. So she gets an extra 40% here, right? And then stealth for 4 turns if we count it, right? Which is insane. So overall, her survivability is actually pretty good, but you just, as long as you don't get 1-tapped. If you get 1-tapped, then yeah, of course. But if you don't get 1-tapped, you're fine. Because then the turn, let's say you're at 5k HP, you're going to heal, and then you're also going to be able to full heal with this, right? In one turn, you could go back up to max. So that's why she's really good. But overall, it's mainly just being able to give the stat buffs of 195%. First of all, being the highest in the game. Second of all, it's over 3 turns. And third of all, it's the lowest CE requirement. It's as low as Momo's if you're able to proc the ult, which is really good. And then, of course, the stealth is just so good. It's basically like a dodge if you consider it, because she can't be hit except for AoEs, right? So that's kind of how I see it. But yeah, no, her ult is insane. I really like her. It just sucks that the continuous is over 3 turns for 10% each. I would have rathered if this was off of Jujutsu, but it's fine. It is fine. She's going to be very good, right? She is going to be very good. 25% heal turn 1, and then another 20% over the other 2 turns is really, really good. So yeah, overall, Shoko's really good. Now let's hop into the gameplay. We're going to start with 63, then we're going to go to 67. I really want you guys to watch the 67 clear because it is actually the easiest shit in the world. All right, so this is the team we went with. Let me make it a bit smaller so you can see all the buffs. And we're going to get rid of face cam for this because I'd rather you guys focus on the gameplay. So we're putting this on Ghetto so that we could get Gojo's ult in 2 turns. This is going to let him get his ult very quick. Obviously, we got Unity, and he's here for 1 turn. And then you're going to see how quick this is. Now, remember, these guys got a lot of HP, right? Now, I feel like with Muta, I don't know who else you would really use there. Like, for this specific team comp, I don't think there's other ways. But I did want to show Shoko not just with Gojo, and also with Muta, right? Also, Muta is a standard unit, so he will be on the standard banner moving forward. So we go just for very simple shit. Now, we use the buff because we need to make sure that Inumaki gets his skill 2 off with the Unity buff in mind. So, you know, there we go. And then we get the crits, and then we're kind of chilling, right? That's all we need. So now we're just stacking up with Muta, and then after this, Inumaki dies. Perfect. Ghetto comes in. He gives the 200 ult gauge from the Miguel memory, and then we're just gonna skill 1, and this is gonna let us get some extra CE, which is fucking insane. Like, this is the best part about it, is just getting the extra CE, like usable cursed energy, right? That's the thing, because you already get your. I just want to pause. The hidden potential system, right? The hidden potential system already gives you 5. So only using the skill 1 time is going to give you the cursed energy you need to get at least another 10, quote unquote. So we already have Domain Gojo's ult on turn 3, which is really, really good because we're going to be able to use his ult again, which is what we need. And then now we're just, yeah, we're able to skill 1 again, and then we ult, and we're just going to continue stacking up to 10 because once he's at 10 counts, he gets basically, he doubles his damage is basically how that works. So very, very good. So we go for the ult. Okay, all good, all good, all good. And after this, we're just going to continue stacking, and Ghetto's damage is going to be a bit higher now, so that's good. Yeah, Ghetto himself is actually very needed. Now, remember, Ghetto is going to be on the standard banner, so then you're, like, technically, of course, everyone's going to have Domain Gojo. Everyone's going to have Ghetto for the most part. It's only Muta that's going to be really out of the ordinary for this team comp, at least, but I did want to showcase it. I hope this is something you guys wanted. I mean, I didn't want to showcase just Honored 1 Gojo, so let me know if this is something that we do like, or if you would like in the future for me to stick to 1 team comp. So then now we're at 7, 1 more turn, and then we got our big boy damage. So now we could ult. And this is what I mean, because we would be at 25, but now we're going to be at 55, right? That's how big of a difference it is. And then we get to use the skill 3 that's going to put us at 10 counts on the right. And then, of course, she's going to give the heals, which aren't necessary. That's a 5k heal. Not that bad, considering that that's like, you're going to get another bit of a heal here, right? So that's some good damage. There should be another heal incoming. Yeah, another 3k, and that's 3k for 3 turns. So that's an extra 10k, not even counting her skill 3 heals, which are very high, and we're going to showcase that soon. So then we go for the, yeah, we're going to go for that. Then we go for the combo, and it's basically over in a way, because it's just like from here, it's like you're on easy mode, okay? It's really good. And you can't even like say, oh, but like, yeah, she's not doing that much more. Okay, we're not showing her heals, but what's important is that she's able to keep her buffs up pretty much all the time, right? Whenever it's important, she has the full buffs. 18 mil almost, and then we're going to do this damage. Like, whenever you need the buffs up, Shoko's able to keep the buffs up, which is what's very important here, okay? Very, very important to keep that in mind. And that's also because, like, right now we'd be at 15, or we'd be at 25 technically, but we're at 45, which means we could use it for 2 more turns instead of 1 more turn, and then it's like next turn we're going to get 10, and then we're going to get another 10, so we could use it a whole extra turn, right? which is why it's so good. Now we use the skill 2 on Gojo so we could get our crits with a higher chance, so we could get our ult, because we need to get the crits to be able to get our ult. And I think we do actually get it, so that's huge. And look how quick we get that shit, W. So now we're restacking, and then next ult we're basically just gonna win, right? And then Shoko's just able to skill 1 because we're in a downtime, so she's able to just kind of like chill and get extra cursed energy, and she has her ult, right? She has her ult. And once again, this is what I'm trying to stress, is that the ult giving the same stat buffs as the skill 2, and it only being a 3-turn buff makes her be just absolutely fucking insane, right? Absolutely fucking insane. Now I use the skill 1 again because I don't need to use the skill 2 yet, because it's still going to be in another 3 turns after this. So I think we're just going to go for this. We're just going to check it out. So then I think I skipped it. I apologize. So here we skipped a turn, but it's fine. So we're going to domain, right? And then we're going to skill 1. So Shoko is able to skill 1. Then we got skill 2. Then we got the domain ult, which we're going to just boop. I just want to skip this a bit. And then this is the turn. So now this is what is important. We ult with Shoko. And look at that. She's at fucking 100 cursed energy. You're not hitting that shit with Yaga, because Yaga needs to do it for 4 turns, right? And then his ult doesn't like... It's not something you're using really. So it's just like, it's such a big difference from Yaga and even from Shoko, yellow Shoko. You need to use full 60 cursed energy. Like her cursed energy is very low because she also needs to use her heals on the skill 3. But this Shoko is also fine because she gives herself stealth and she has her own 40% heal, right? Which is really, really good. This is why I just really like her over yellow Shoko. Like I've used both and it just feels like much better to use this Shoko in my opinion. But that is maybe personal preference. So they're in domain, and now we just get to combo. And look, like, we're still at 70 cursed energy, and we have our max buffs on us. You have to consider that. We have max buffs at 70 fucking cursed energy. Insane shit, if you think about it, right? Absolutely insane. She's still at 70. Could have went for another, like, maybe 5 turns in a row of using her buff. And we're chilling. Look at that. Like, this is why I'm actually, the more at first on paper, she was like, okay, she's good, but the heal didn't seem crazy. But after I used her, not only in 63, but in 67, I'm like, holy fuck, this girl is crazy. And I was like having an absolutely good time using her. And I really do think she is that level of craziness to where I'm considering saying she is better than Degumi now, since Degumi is only on yellow. I am considering it, yeah, because her survivability is great alongside her buffs that are pretty much always up. It's just fucking insane. And then we kill this turn. So, you know, there we go. And then we could kind of show, like, her healing wasn't anything to, like, go crazy over, 24k. But to be fair, we weren't trying to heal. And look at that, like, 42 million from Muta, 13 million from Ghetto. What I will do now is very quickly just show you guys the heal, like how good her skill 3 heal is. Because Shoko's is maybe 5k. Like, this is what I mean. Like, they're a bit different. Like, yellow Shoko is healing more through her passive, right? Where but it's only it's like a burst, right? It's a burst at the beginning, and then afterwards you're not really healing. That's the main thing. And the reason I'm saying that is because Shoko, yellow Shoko, is restricted by 3 times only for the passive heal AoE, where green Shoko, it's just ulting whenever she wants, right? So we're just going to show the heal on like Muta. I just want to show you guys how high the heal actually gets, and how crazy it is if we're being real. And then we're going to head into 67. I just want to show the heal. We're going to do sweep at the end. So let's show this. Just 13k. Now that's not just 13k. Look, 13k plus 1900. That's a 15,000 heal for 10 cursed energy. And remember, she has like very cursed energy sufficient. Like, this is why it's so good. It's because she's getting so much cursed energy, but then when she does need to heal, she's able to heal. And we're going to see that in this battle, which I just like, this was such peak performance that I'm like actually just in awe. So let's go into 67 now and just show Shoko's brilliance, which I really do think Shoko carried this run, if I'm being completely honest. So let's head into that. Now, you should have heard me talk about this a bit. This is the team I wanted to try out because Shoko is able to keep the sustain up for healing with 2 rec bits, making it very easy. Ghetto's going to do the sub DPS damage while also debuffing. Then Saki's going to get the taunts, which makes sure no one else gets hit. Mainly Ghetto, I guess you could say. But also it's going to let her do some sub DPS damage. She is also good for sub DPS damage. You'll see that. Very, very good. And then afterwards, you got Gojo doing the main DPS damage. So this is going to be the team we're going in with. Now, keep in mind, standard unit. We're not using Gakuganji. So this is showcase of the 2 anniversary units. But I would say, honestly, now I'm like, yeah, if you get one, you probably should try and get both. That's kind of my thought process. If not, just don't get any of them. Stop whining like a bitch and just use Saki and have fun with Saki alone, right? That's basically my thought process of it now. So we're going to go into this, and I mean, it does start off pretty slow, but this is just to say a 14-minute video. So we're going to be here a while because these runs take a while. Okay. So yeah, I think I used the skill 1 just to take a bit less damage, but I shouldn't have done that, but it doesn't really matter. Like, we were fine anyway. So yeah, I mean, having the healing rec bits is great. It's kind of a necessity if we're being real, but it's fine. So that's going to lower damage by a bit. And we do take decent damage. Now, you'll see Shoko, like, she's at 17k. Like, she's kind of low, but it's, like, fine for right now. I think we just go, yeah, we go for the skill 1, I think. So, yeah, we're kind of chilling here. And then we're just going to start using the skill 2. So, you know, it's like the way we're going to work here, it's going to be very consistent in the damage we're going to be doing. And I feel like Green Shoko, like I've said, you're going to see her buffs kept up for, like, I would say maybe 60 to 70% of the time. And the best part is that when they're in break, you could just like skill 1 with Shoko and like you're going to be chilling, right? So Saki's already in the range, I think, of the 35% or lower, which is huge for her because she gets the big stat buffs. And Saki's damage, honestly, like, I didn't even check at the end how much she does, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot, right? And now Shoko cannot be targeted by single target, and since Saki is also going to be taunting for most of the battle, Shoko is only going to be targeted by AoEs, which is a very, very advantageous position for Shoko to be in, specifically for 67. So I think she is basically the 67 killer in all honesty, especially with Honored 1 Gojo. And I think Doob Zero Gojo would have cleared this with ease. My Gojo with Shoko was doing way more than with Momo. It's not even funny how much more it was. Like, it's about on ult about 2 million more. Now you see we're pretty low, but then Shoko gets her 5k heal and damage reduction and stealth, so there was no chance she was getting targeted, which is why I just put Teen Shoko on a pedestal above Yellow Shoko, because the survivability of Green Shoko is so much higher. It's mainly the stealth and heal combo with her extra damage reduction that's huge. Now, I think I go for the combo ult with those 2 right there, which is pretty decent, right? And we're about to get Shoko's ult, which is going to give us that extra curse energy, but also this Shoko healing rec bit is also very good for the girl herself, because she's not really, like, she doesn't need that much extra curse energy, but when she does need the extra curse energy, that healing rec bit is going to give her the amount she needs, which is good. So here you're going to see we do pretty decent damage, and this is why not having to use like someone like SR Kaido, which is one of the prominent units of this floor, is very good, because it allows you to get more damage in for 3 units instead of, for example, I might have had to use Kaido instead of Saki here, but now Saki's able to do her own damage, which, how much was that? 2.2 million, which is definitely very good. Like, doing chip damage, because remember, these battles are going on for 30 turns, and 2 million on like a 58, how much HP? Like, what, 58 million? Something like that? Is it 70? No, it might be 70 million. Yeah, it might be 70. So Saki's able to do very good stuff here, and then she gets another heal, which is like, she'd be at 11k right now, but instead she's at 21k, which is huge. And I think I used the ult here. No, I used the skill 3. Do I? Yeah, okay. So this is actually pretty good. The main reason is because I want Saki to stay low HP, I believe. And no one else is really going to die. So I was kind of safe with that. It did make sense, actually. It did make sense. That does make sense. And it's only 10 curse energy. And look how much Ghetto's going to get healed. Look at that. And that's not even finished. There's another, what, 30% heal incoming? It's insane. It is insane. And this way, now I could do an AoE heal now that everyone's low. That's kind of my thought process behind it, I think. Because now I think I'm going to go for the ult. Yep. And then everyone's going to get the heal. So this is huge. It's really good. So now we're kind of chilling, right? So I'm very happy. Now that's a 5k heal. We're going to get a bit of an extra heal afterwards. And Saki's doing 500k now per turn, so she's going to be doing some consistent ass damage, which I'm very happy with. And it's going to be very hard to kill the girl, so keep that in mind. So I think I just kind of like play it safe. I don't think I end up using the healing. Oh, I do. Really? Okay, actually, no, that is smart, because that is an ult. That is an ult. I probably would have fumbled if I did that right now, but yeah, no. Like, the damage we're doing without having ulted yet with Gojo is like phenomenal. Look how low they are. Like, look at that. That's in 10 turns. That's really, really good. On, I think, 70 million HP. Actually, hold on. Let me check. The HP for this floor. Oh, where is it? Where's 67? It's at 61 million. So keep that in mind. 61 million. We've already done almost 20 mil. Very, very crazy. I'm at 7 stacks. Kind of unfortunate. I could have been at 8 if I used the attack turn 1, but it is what it is. It is what it is. We technically could have done like a bit more damage. Oh no, I do use the skill too. Okay, we're good. We're good then. Yeah, we're good. Chill. Let's... Oh, what am I going to decide on? I used the buff, huh? Yeah, I used the buff. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Actually, no, it makes sense. It makes sense. So now we're just going to continue buffing with Shoko. And look, she has no cursed energy problems, really, which is crazy because afterwards she won't have to really buff much. So that's huge. And then Saki and Gojo are going to ult together, which is just phenomenal also. So it's like we're really going crazy with all this shit. Like I'm fucking with it. Like this is just such an easy run. Shoko's continuously healing, continuously buffing, and it's just going very well. So this turn we do end up breaking, so no healing rec bit needed. Yeah, okay, that's good, right? And then we're gonna go for that. So you're gonna see big damage here, right? Big damage. And then we're gonna go for the healing rec bit turn after, because we just want to make sure Saki's low enough and she doesn't go above 35% HP, so that she could do her big 2.5 mil there, which you might not think is a lot, but she's already done over 5 mil, right? Well, we could say she's close to 10 mil. She's reaching 10 mil. And then Gojo does 9.6 without a crit. Could have been over 10 million, which is crazy. Also, it would have been over 10 million if he had that extra 25% stack probably. So very good. 2 hotties right there. And we do 12 million in that one turn. And it's just, we're going crazy. And now we can use the skill 1. Now we're in the position to use the skill 1 because it's going to give us the extra cursed energy and we're good. Or I guess we're not going to use it. Yeah, actually, no, that makes sense. Because look how high she's going to get now. Like, it's kind of crazy. Now, I used the skill 3, but I don't think it would have done as much. It does as much because we did just heal. Like, we're about to heal with the rec bit, so it didn't really matter if we're being real, but it's fine. So, solid 1 mil. Good. And then, bop, 750. Not bad. And then Gojo's going to start up again, right? So there we go. We're below half HP at turn 14. Like by this point, I'm like, oh yeah, we're easy clearing this shit. So I was very happy. And we're still able to use the skill 1 because no one's really like doing damage right now. We're just kind of setting up. Even Gojo, right? We're getting his stacks up because remember, he's based off of his cursed core energy stacks. He needs to get this stack to 8, the one right here. This one, the ones that's at 2, he needs to get it to 8 to get the 10% Jujutsu stack. So right now, Shoko using her skill 1, getting her cursed energy up is perfect, right? It's perfect. Like in 2 turns, she could essentially get 30 cursed energy, which is huge. And now look, she has her ult ready, and she's gonna be chilling, right? So we do heal. Do we actually? Oh, I guess that's fair. Yeah, no, that's fair. Look at that, 15k heal. That's actually going to be really good for Saki. And then Gojo's still doing his decent ass damage, right? So we're chilling, right? And then now we could ult, I think. I think we ult. I think ulting now would be perfect. I don't know if I do ult, but I should. No, I used the Shoko rec bit, huh? Yeah, because I was just checking to see if I should use it, but I used the Shoko rec bit, which is fine. It's actually fine. It doesn't really matter, because it doesn't matter when I use it. I just need to make sure I'm healing. And having Shoko with a healing rec bit means she has many options of when to heal. She could choose when to heal in like her rec bit, her skill 3, and her ult, right? Very good. So we're kind of just chilling now, right? This is a very casual run. Like I did this first try. I literally brought this team in and I did it first try. It's actually insanity. I think this is the first recording I have of today, so it's like, damn, like really good. And I think we're just going to go for like the taunt and then use some skill 2s. Yep. Okay, and now we go for the heal. And we get, of course, the buffs, which is really good, right? Gojo's still going to be doing his damage right now, so, you know, definitely have to keep that in mind. And look at Shoko, she's at 70 cursed energy. She's never really running out of cursed energy. Like, it happened once this match, and she's still going to heal. Like, it's a mini heal, sure, but it's still a heal nonetheless. And then we have 2 rec bits ready, and it's like, yeah, having 2 healing rec bits is fine when Shoko's consistently buffing this much, right? With 3 units that also want to be consistent also. So I'm very happy overall with what's happening, right? I don't think I end up ulting. I'm not gonna lie. I think I just use the skill 1 because I want to do it with Gojo. I want to make sure Gojo has a unit to combo with because the combo with Gojo is much more valuable. So then we keep on doing our buffs, and she's at 50 fucking cursed energy. She's gonna be able to use it for the amount of cursed energy she has right now. She could use it like what, 4 turns in a row, 5 turns, considering we get 10 every turn, right? So it's like, it's really good. 1.8 million there. It's fucking phenomenal. And I think we just do the damage increase for 2 turns. I would have liked seeing a counter here. I don't think we do. Very unfortunate, but it is what it is. So now we just skill 1. We actually go for the heal. That makes sense. Like, do we? No, there's no way we do. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Because there's no There's no ult incoming before we ult, so we're going to be able to break him before he ults, basically, is my thought process. Because one more turn and we get our ult. It might seem like we don't get it, but then we get the extra 25% ult gauge. And the AoE can't kill us, right? Unless it's the ult. The ult AoE for sure could. I should not have used that. I should not have used that. But I did. Because Saki's going to do less damage now. Unless we take... No, we take enough damage. We do take enough damage. So Shoko's safe. Yeah, no. We got very lucky, though. Because Saki's going to take a lot of damage here. Yeah. Now we're below again. Huge. And then we break. So this turn is definitely going to be very big. Because Saki's going to do big damage. Shoko's continuously... Look, she would have been able to buff for another 2 turns after this. But we're fine. Like, we're fine right now. Right? 2.4. Huge damage. And then afterwards, we got Gojo doing his 10 mil nuke about. Bam. 8.5. Huge. Huge. Right? And then there we go. We're basically done. Like, we are done now. Like, it's just crazy. Like, the amount of damage that we're pumping out while Shoko's healing us consistently. Like, we are very set up. Very set up. Like, this team is just very simple. No damage reduction needed because Shoko keeps on healing, right? So, very, very good. And then we just go for our attacks. And we're basically just done. Like, this run is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane run. I was like very surprised at how easy this team is. And look, she's able to look how good her buffing is because now she could ult and then she could buff another fucking 3 turns after this. Like, holy shit. Or 2 turns or 3, I'm not sure, but at least another 2 turns. It's like, it's so easy to consistently keep it up that it's like kind of surprising. And it's for sure because of the ult. The ult lets her have such an increase in the amount of cursed energy she's able to keep for herself that I am so happy with how they made her kit. And because we did a combo ult, she gets another 10 cursed energy. And it's like, it just keeps on going and going and going and going. And this turn, I think we kill. So, big W's. Big W's. Like, this is the unit of all time. This is the anniversary unit, in my opinion. Because there we go. Yep. Yeah, no. Especially considering that, what's it called? Saki and Geto are now standard units. It does make this team a big W. Saki doing fucking 15 mil, almost 14 mil. Geto doing 9 mil. Gojo doing 37. Like, look at fucking Shoko's heals. You could subtract, we'll subtract the 120k. That's the 150k healing from just her. Like, this is why she's so crazy. So, yeah, no, I'm like in love with how good this Shoko is. Her ult gauge is maybe a bit high, but still, it's fine. Now, this is not even maxed out. Like, her heals technically could get higher, which is really good. So now let's bring her into sweep. This should be a pretty easy run, all things considered. So let's just do it. And then we'll finish off the video. And I'm doing this live because, well, sweep isn't that hard, right? So here we go. I think it's this one. Should be this one. Okay. Do I have any runs? No. Okay. So let's go into this. Okay, perfect. So, do I have the team? Do I have to reset it up? I believe I do. All right. So, we'll be back with that. Give me 1 sec. So, we've got the team set up, and let's head in with this. So, this is going to be a very easy run. Now, let me explain the rec bit once we get in. That's on Shoko right now, because this is her new one, and it's pretty good. I gotta say, it is actually pretty good. So, let's check it out. So I'm not going to use it overall in tower, but for sweep, it's not bad. So what this is going to be a 35, up to 40% AoE damage reduction for the team. And then the passive is going to be 10 cursed energy when she falls below 20 3 times. So she gets an extra 30 cursed energy from that. So not bad at all. So we're going to go for this, set this up. Perfect. So we're just going to go for a turn 3 clear. And it's going to be very easy with Shoko, much more easier than Yaga, because remember, her values are higher. So in a 3-turn period, you're going to be able to get a lot more buffs in, which is why I do value it very, very highly. I think we do break here. I think. Like, we're already going to be doing a lot of damage. Like, we're basically a whole extra buff over Yaga at this point. Look at that, 1 mil. And then we're clearing. So, big W. We're going to just continue with Shoko since we can. Literally just since we can. That's it. It's crazy. And then we go for this. And then we... Bye-bye. Bye-bye. There we go. Perfect. Love to see it. Okay. So. Now. Let's just continue. Go for this. Let's, I mean, do we go for the, no, we're fine for now. We could continue. Let's just continue since we can. That's literally it. I think that's Shoko's motto, since we can. We'll do it since we can. Okay. So, now, okay. We're gonna want to keep him alive for one more turn. Because we want to use one more amount of cursed energy. So let's go for this. That's going to be the damage reduction. And then we'll go for that. So that's 35% damage reduction. Hopefully Kaido lives. Hopefully maybe someone else gets targeted, since we're at the point where someone else could get targeted and I don't mind. Okay. So now we're in Honored 1. Which I realized I should not have done. Let me reset because I should not have done that. Oh my god. Alright, so let's reset from here on turn 4. We're gonna do the same shit. Now, I did use one less Shoko skill 2, but that's it. So we're gonna continue with the skill 2. I forgot. I do apologize. We're just supposed to skill 2 and then afterwards, much later into the fight, use Honored 1, but that's not right now. Like, it would be on turn 9 or 10 that we use the Honored 1 mode. I think it would be turn 9. Yeah, it would be turn 9. So now we use damage reduction. Okay. So let's go for... No, not that. There we go. And just continue with this. Next turn we get the cursed energy increase, and then we're kind of chilling after that. Okay. Perfect. There we go. So on turn like 9 we'll do it. Yeah, 9 we'll use Honored 1. So now Kaido bye-bye. And now let's set it up to where they combo ult. Let's set it up to where they combo ult. That's probably what I'll do. Yeah, that should be good. Probably. I'd say that's chill. Yeah, should be good. So, this should do big damage. 2 million. Love to see it. Then, we're gonna... Oh, do we get Shoko? No. Ah, damn. So close to the combo ult this turn. It's fine. We're gonna wait for Degumi next turn, because there's no point in using it this turn. Or this phase, you could say. Okay, we're going to combo ult. That's also going to give Shoko an extra 10 cursed energy, which is going to be huge. So she's going to max out on CE. Damn, okay. But there's still another phase. We're not done. We're not done. Good heal. Love to see it. So let's just go for this, yeah. Combo. And then, bop. She's maxed out. That's crazy. Actually insane. Like, damn. She's going to be at 100 cursed energy. Love to see it. Go with Ghetto. Yup. Okay. I think we could just finish here. No, one more turn. Probably one more turn is my guess. And look at our cursed energy, bro. Crazy. And we have the heals. Yup, love to see it. Okay, one more turn and he's dead. Perfect. And that's huge. So now... Oh, damn. That's crazy. I could... Oh, damn. Well, that's fine. We're gonna do this now, because we can. And then we'll use the skill too. Yeah, because we have to use it now. Because we'll be able to... Yeah, perfect. Okay. Okay. We have to use it at some point, because we are gonna ult, so, you know. Anyway, bye-bye. Yeah. Okay. Bam. Perfect. So we're gonna Pride, skill 2, and then we're only gonna buff. After that, we're only buffing. So we're gonna ult now, I think. 3 turns, we should get it in 3 turns. We already have some ult gauge increase, and then we'll get 2 more. We better. I'm gonna hope, or else we'll have to come back to this point. But I'm pretty sure we'll be good. We should be. With our ult gauge increase. Okay. And we don't have attack immunity, so we can be attacked also. Should be fine, but we should get attacked. We have to get attacked. I think. We'll see. Let's just use this. Come on. So 2 buffs. We should be good. Just please attack. Actually, no. It can't be a single target. It has to be AoE. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. AoE? Nice. I think that's enough. I think that's enough. Oh, we can't use the... I should have probably waited a bit. Yeah, it's fine. We should be good. Oh. Uh-oh. Please Please AoE. Nice. Oh, thank God. Okay, good. Good. So now, just to make sure, there's 2, right? 1 Degumi stack 2. Okay, perfect. So we'll do this. Go for this. Now Shoko's gonna, since she's buffing, she's gonna go first, and then we combo. Okay. This should be good. And then we get Pride for the end. Nice. Okay. We're looking good. 7 mil from that. I mean, having Shoko consistently increase your damage too does help. Like, I haven't felt like I've missed 31 mil. Insane. Really good. Really good. Considering we're not maxed out on damage, rec bits, 31 mil, and we're missing the Pride stack. To be fair, we're missing this Pride, so that's fucking insane. And then we should kill this turn. And look at that, Shoko healing herself again. Let's finish off by showing the ult, and then skill 2. Hyu Tehyoi. There we go. Bye-bye. There we go. Yeah, no, Gojo and Shoko is such a good combo. Look at that. Very easy. 52 million. Ghetto did 15. Love to see it. We would have even if Ghetto didn't do that, Gojo had another 2 turns incoming, so we would have probably been chilling. But yeah, no. We did the content I wanted to show you guys. I would say Shoko is very good. I probably might just stay up for Weathering Waves since it's in 2 hours. And then I could go to the gym, actually. Yeah, maybe I'll do that because I did sleep like 6 hours still. But I'm very happy with Shoko. 10 out of 10 unit. Very good. Very good. Absolutely phenomenal. Okay. I'm very happy with her. Okay. I can't even stress. So yeah, I would say right now, like in my head, especially after reviewing all the footage, it goes Domain Gojo number 1, Sukuna number 2. I think I want to put Shoko above Honored 1. I'm thinking Shoko above Honored 1. So Shoko, then Honored 1, and then probably Degumi into Yellow Shoko. And then after that, I'm not sure. That's like my ranking right now, but that's off the top of my head. So, you know, don't take that as fact anyway. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next one.